Hello everyone, I'm Others and W here. Welcome to Maison Chichigami for a PC. So the game came out today. It was today, but it was like yesterday at like 3 a.m. something like that. The typical. So this game is developed by Kamichichi and published by Kagura Games. So you already know, like any other Kagura games. If you want to get the full content, you need to go to their website and download the patch and apply it to the game on Steam, and you get the full content that the game can offer. So yeah, like this is a visual novel, and all the girls look like they have big assets. Is what it is. The typical thing from this developer, because he had two other games that is like a Postal, if I'm not mistaken, and a Postal Rebellion. So yeah. Phew, I'm pretty sure this is the right way. It had been 5 hours since I had left the city via train the bus. I was currently deep in the mountains in a certain prefecture, following a path in search of the rumored Spirit Spring. This heat is ridiculous though. The memory of the weather forecaster under an umbrella announcing Tata? Massive heat wave was hitting the entire country sprang into my mind. Tata? What the hell it means Tata? It should be that, right? I had figured it would be cooler up on the mountain, but up here the sun's rays pour directly into my body. I had already long drained the water bottle that I had bought at the station at the foot of the mountain, and my mouth was parched. Wait, are you serious? The next day, as I was getting ready for work, I received a call from one of my coworkers. For real, my man, I had the early shift, right, so I came in early and the whole place is going nuts. Sometimes they have everything together, so it's hard to know if it's a word or not. According to my coworker, the labor office received some kind of anonymous tip and we're coming to the company for an inspection, so management was in a fuss adjusting all of the time cards and records. I'll head over right away. I'll try to keep it short. At the office, every worker I was called to a conference room one by one and interviewed about the labor conditions at the company. Remembering my after-work friend's words of "you only live once," I came completely clean to the inspector, and as a result I had obtained paid leave, something I had thought was only myth. What's more, I had received a sudden influx of cash from finally being paid for all of the overtime I had put in. A few weeks after that, and the company went bankrupt. That's how it goes, huh? My co-worker, who was released with me, grumbled about their mortgage. Those who had families to take care of had no choice but to submit to the arduous trial of seeking another source of income in an economy that showed no mercy to job seekers. I could only pray for their success. As for me, being let go felt like having a great weight lifted from my shoulders. It was then I recalled the Spirit Spring. I had the time and I had the money. Why not? Let's take a trip. And so I set out on my journey for the Spirit Spring. So this explaining why he was going to there. Shit, I'm totally lost, aren't I? I thought I was following the map exactly, but I found myself going back down a path I thought I had walked already. Wait, am I lost? A single line of sweat trickled from my shoulder down my back. It's still 3 p.m. or so. Shit, no service, of course. I check on my phone and the no service symbol filled me with anxiety. I can still make it. Think. Should I go back or keep going forward? Figuring that forging ahead was too reckless, I decided to go back the way I came. Okay, good. I definitely came this way. It may have the view from the other way, but I had the vague recollection that this was where I had come from. And then from here I go here and... Huh? Wait, this seems wrong. All around me was grass and more grass. The blades towered over me with what felt like a sneer. One thing was certain, this was not the path I had climbed up. Come on, you got to be kidding me. The forecast say it will be clear all day. I knew it said that weather in the month was as fickle as a woman's mood, but it didn't have to change now of all times. I hurriedly pulled out my rain poncho from my backpack and covered myself. The rain came down harder and harder in streaks, and I could hear the distant sound of thunder. Is this some kind of a joke? Because I'm not laughing. The temperature also fell with the rain, and I shivered from the cold. This is fine, I'm okay. I kept walking, speaking aloud to keep myself going. Haha, just stay calm. Ah! In a sudden flash, a bolt of lightning structures ahead of me. Shit, 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 shit. I ran forward wildly, my feet loudly splashing the wet earth below me, the downpour blocking my vision and causing me to lose all sense of direction. Whoa, that was close, I almost slipped. The mud threatened to take my feet, but I trudged forward. What was the statistic? Like 80,000 people go missing every year? My mind leaped to the worst case scenario. No, no, no. I shook my head trying to get those thoughts out of my mind. Haha. Still, I had completely lost track of where I was going. The rain pelted my body unrelentingly, and the thick mud sapped my strength with every step. How did it come to this? I sank to my knees. It's like, no, is this how it ends? I watched the rain continue to fall as my eyelids began to close into nothing. Is this spirit spring? Huh? Right in front of my eyes, a bright violet light flickered. What is this? The light floated about 1 meter above the ground, completely independent of any source it seemed. Am I seeing things? Haha, I guess I'm just that unlucky then. My eyes had become hollow, but I could not tear my gaze away from the light. It felt like it was beckoning me. So beautiful. I reached out to grab the light, but it slipped just out of my reach. With what little strength I left, I pulled myself to my feet to step closer and try again. But as I stepped towards it, the light floated away just as far. Where are you going? I couldn't explain it, but it felt like the light had a will of its own. Ha ha. Wait, don't go. My stamina reached its limit, but even so I stumbled after the light. I moved slowly, making sure not to fall. The light floated ahead, keeping pace with my steps. My body felt so heavy, yet I continued to seek the light. And there is a mansion. As I did, a new sight entered vision. A massive mansion. Is that the house? Wait, where did that light go? Hello? I looked all around in a fuss, but I could no longer make out that mysterious brilliant light. What I noticed was the rain had alleviated from a violent downpour into a gentle drizzle. Wait, did that light bring me here? Haha, who am kidding? Still, I was never one for the occult, but I would definitely still be lost had I not followed the light. Despite my sardonic remark, my heart was filled with gratitude for the guiding spark. This is a pretty big mansion though. The first thing it reminded me of was that kind of western style mansion I had seen in Cinderella. The lights are on, so somebody's home. Light poured out from within the mansion, painting the outside in an eerie glow. I hope they will help me. Hello? I approached the massive entrance to the manor and took my poncho off as to not arouse suspicions. I'm completely soaked. I twisted my t-shirt as to wring it and a stream of water poured out. I did my best to look more presentable than the drowned rat that I currently resembled before looking forward for the doorbell. Where's the doorbell? I looked over every inch of the entrance, but there was no sign of a doorbell. Oh, what's this? In the middle of a door there was a line with a ring hanging from it. Maybe I need to use this knock? The people inside must be able to hear me if I use this, right? Uncertain, I reached towards the ring, but just then... What? The door suddenly opened, revealing the figure of a woman. Please, come inside. What? Huh? A maid? The woman in front of me was dressed as a maid, like the ones I had only seen in certain cafes, her hands clasped in front of her. She held my drenched, shivering visage in a steady gaze. My eyes involuntarily darted away, feeling more self-conscious about my soaked image. She's so pretty. Is she actually a maid? If you remain as you are, you'll catch a cold. Please, come inside. She prompted me inside, her gaze contained not a hint of concern, and her voice completely even and frank. Okay. I heeded the maid's word and stepped a foot into the mansion. Yes, there is animations. The game has animations that you can leave on or off because you could see her breathe. Well, this is incredible. I stepped into a massive entrance hall. A large chandelier hung from the ceiling and a grand staircase connected the room to the second floor. A red carpet, dozens of meters of long, stretched down the hall. It felt like an hallucination, like I had stepped right into a fairy tale. In here there is no animation, only in certain parts. Oh, there's animation, the eyes blink. There we go. This way. Yes, yes, ma'am. Oh, and this. The maid stepped with precision down the hall. I followed after her, appreciating the beautiful way her skirt fluttered as she walked. Sometimes I need to see what it says in there because I don't know if that's a complete word or not. She led me to what looked to be a parlor meant for receiving guests. On a table lay a neatly folded change of clothes and towel. Please change into these clothes. You can deposit your current clothes into this basket here. Huh? Now then, please excuse me. With that, the maid exited the room. Thank you. I had no idea if she could hear me, but I tried to offer her my gratitude through the door. Looking at the change of clothes, I found a men's tank top, white shirt, slacks, and a belt laid out. Their preparation is amazing. I wonder if they got a lot of lost people like me. It would explain why their high level of readiness anyway. Yeah, wearing soaked clothes sucks. Not gonna say no to dry clothes. Should be like that. After I changed it, I put my old clothes into the white basket as directed. I then sat down on the sofa in front of me and finally felt a wave of relief surge through my entire body. I'm saved. I don't want to think about what would happen if I hadn't found this place. The thought alone was enough to make me shudder. But what was the light anyway? Referring of course to the purple light that brought me here. It would be no exaggeration to say that it had saved my life. Maybe some kind of firefly? A mirage? The soul of the dead? No matter how much I thought, I could not come to a conclusion, so I decided to look around the room instead. Okay. The room was decorated with various paintings on the walls and other furnishings. One of my previous jobs involved dealing with world-class works of art, so I had a degree of knowledge on their value. Wait, that's one super famous, isn't it? Each and every piece was completely out of reach for the average household. It's almost like a museum, and the only time I've seen a fireplace before was on one of those celebrity house tour programs. As it was currently summer, the fireplace was obviously currently devoid of any firewood. But even so, its presence and luxuriousness made it stand out even among all of the other high-class furnishing rooms. It's insane that someone actually owns this. Just what kind of people live here? Just maintaining the building will require a considerable degree of wealth. They had to be the CEO of a major corporation or the heir of some super old and wealthy family or something. Or seeing how deep this place was in the mud, she could be the lair of some kind of super villain. Yes, of course. My mind was entertaining the endless possibilities when I heard a knock on the door. Come in? Excuse me. The maid from before entered the room, pushing a cart like you will see in restaurants. Its freight this time was a teapot and accompanying teacup and saucer. The maid placed the teacup in front of me and poured the contents of the teapot into it. From the scent it seemed to be black tea. The soft, sweet fragrance cleared a path through my nostrils. Would you like milk and sugar? Yes, please. At my request, the maid deftly altered the drink into a milk tea. Please drink. From the first sip, I thought it was the most delicious tea I had ever had in my entire life, likely because of the chill that currently assailed my body. A feeling of warmth and wellness exuded through every inch of my being. This is the best tea I've ever had. Is that so? Good then. The maid answered curtly, her expression changed. I could drink the milk tea, thinking that it would be nice if she had responded more warmly to my praise. It did not take long before I had drained my cup. More tea? Oh yes, please. I could drink this all day. The tea leaves for this must be high quality, given that it tastes so terrific. With her expert hand, the maid made another cup of milk tea. For some reason, the second cup tasted a little saltier than the first. So by the by, who does this grand estate belong to? I posed the question to the maid as I drank my second cup of tea. That will be the Chichigamis. With those words, a woman entered the parlor. A woman so beautiful I could feel my heart on the verge of being stolen. She had glamorous silky hair and her long legs peeked out from the slit in her dress. Above all else, she had an air of elegance surrounding her. So you will be... I asked as fast as I could, trying to drown out the sound of my gulp. I am Chichigami Manami, wife of Chichigami Shinosuke, who is the master of this Maison Chichigami. Maison Chichigami? Yes, that's correct. If you don't mind me asking, what's your name? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. Please decide how which ruin refers to you. Or you can put the name that you want. Okay, I'm gonna leave like this. It doesn't matter. But if you want, you can change how they call you. There we go. I stood up and introduced myself to the lady. There's no need to be so formal, Onigami Onimaru. Yes, you have such a strong name. She giggled, placing a hand to her mouth. The action itself was captivating. Hi, have you introduced yourself to our guest? I have not. I thought it more appropriate for the mistress to be known first. That won't do. Hi, introduce yourself to the man. Understood, mistress. The woman called Hi turned to me and sunk her head in a bow. My apologies for the late introduction. I am Ichiki Hai, maid of Maison Chichigami. No need to apologize. I didn't name myself either. I go and fetch Ryo and Kana for me. Yes, mistress. At Manami's order, Hai swiftly made her way out of the room. So the head of the house Ichinosuke, was it? I'd like to pay my respect to him if I can. Ichinosuke has already retired for the day. You'll be able to see him at breakfast tomorrow. I didn't realize it was so late. Looking at the clock, the hour hand was currently sitting at 9. Sorry for troubling you at such late hour. It is no problem. It was fortunate that you managed to find this place at all, Onigami. Truly fortunate. Was it that big of a problem? Yes, this entire area is the property of Chichigami. Aside from us, not a single other person lives on this mountain. Had you not arrived here, there is no telling if you will ever be found again. Manami's words reinforced just how lucky I was. There he is, that's the guy who got lost in the mountains, right? Ryu, you shouldn't say that. Ryu, remember your manners. Introduce yourself to our guest first. Manami looked at the girl named Ryu with a concerned frown. Sorry, my name is Chichigami Ryu. I'm 18 years old. Nice to meet you, mister. Chichigami Kana, 18 years old. So Ryu and Kana. Wait, so both of you are 18? That's right, we are twins. Don't we look alike? Their personages were complete opposites, but their faces certainly bore a resemblance to their mother Manami's. Hey mister, are you here to rob us? What? No, I'm not. Ryu, you mustn't speak so rudely, and don't stare at the others like that. They can take it right. This is the first time I've seen someone who's made it up here on their own, right Kana? The girl named Kana was looking downward, but I could see that she was clearly appraising me. I don't care, I'd rather be reading right now. Don't be like that, there's all kinds of stuff you can't learn from just books. Well, maybe for you, Ryu. With that, Kana immediately left the room. Oops. Did I say something to offend her? My apologies for the sin. Kana has always been a sickly girl, so she has little experience with social interactions. She'll come around, mama. It's just been here since the last time Kana's talked with a man. She's just nervous. I hope so. Sorry, but she hasn't talked to a man for years. So, mister, what's your name? Ryo suddenly asked, as if cutting off my question. I was taken aback for a second, but she was definitely the kind of girl that was easier to talk to me. Oh, I'm Onigami Onimaru. Onigami Onimaru? Whoa, what a name. Ryo placed a finger on her chin like a detective and examined me from head to toe. Is there something on my face? Nope, nothing. Anyway, how do you get here anyway? Weren't you lost? Don't tell me you actually I could hear. Oh, no, not that I think you are suspicious or anything, just asking. It only made sense to be suspicious of soaking wet men arriving at your doorstep. Well, probably explains about the thing, the purple light, yeah. A purple light? I told the two about the events that led me here, and how a purple light guided me here. Thought I left out the stuff about the spirit spring. I see. Okay, mister. Ryo was sitting next to Manami, nodding her head as if convinced of something. Sorry, I know it sounds crazy. Not at all. If what you say is true, I can only think that it was fate that brought you here. Fate? Yes, Onigami. Your arrival must be the providence of the chief god. The chief god? I was brought here by the chief god? I had never heard of such a deity. I wonder what relation it had with Chichigamis. This chief god, are they particularly associated with the Chichigami family or anything? That will be correct. I would love to tell you more, but it's getting late, and I'm sure you must be tired. We can speak more tomorrow if that is agreeable with you. Yeah, let's do that. I turned to look at the clock, whose hour hand now reached past 10. Yeah, I'm pretty beat. Night. Ryo got up off the sofa and stumbled towards the door. The maid and I reached the door ahead of her and opened it for her. After passing the door, Ryo came to a stop and turned to face me. See you tomorrow, mister. Yeah. Ryo raised a hand to wave goodbye before resuming her exit. Hi, please show Onigami to his room. Yes, mistress, please, this way. Right, one moment. Miss Chichigami. Just Manami, please. Then Manami, thank you so much for today. I got up from Sova and gave my thanks to Manami once more. Make sure to rest long and well now. With that, I follow I out of the parlor. They're gonna kill us. Onigami Onimaru, huh? Ho 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 ho. Oh, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna kill us. The room I was brought to was unbelievably extravagant, far beyond what one would consider for a guest room. What especially drew my eye were the green curtains that surrounded the large bed in the center of the room. This is the first time I've ever seen a canopied bed before. Is that so? A curt reply as usual. I proceeded to explain the features of the room. The washroom is located next to the stairs. It is used by all occupants, so take care when entering. The bathroom is located on the first floor. It is usually only used by my ladies, so please call ahead of time if you would like to use it. Your clothes will be laundered and brought to you tomorrow. If you require any further laundry, please use this basket here. Sorry for all the trouble. I know I've imposed so much on you. Not at all. I'm simply carrying out my mysterious will. As usual, said with a completely unchanging expression. That's just how mates are, I wonder. Do you need something? I spaced out on Ai's face for a bit too long, causing her to look at me with a perplexed expression. Oh, just I was wondering, how long you have been working here, Ishal? It seems like quite a while. It is currently my 10th year working here. Why? Oh, nothing, sorry. Breakfast will take place at 7 tomorrow in the dining room. I will arrive 10 minutes ahead of time to guide you there. Please complete any preparation before then. Got it. I'll be taking my leave then. Phew, this whole thing has been nerve-wracking. I dove into the bed and my body, which was stiffened from the events of the day, sank into its sheets. So big. What size is this? Queen? No. Has to be king size, right? I reached my arms out and was shocked to find I could not find the edge. But seriously, I really looked out. Who knows what would have happened if I stayed lost out there. The relief of being safe caused the exhaustion to suddenly catch up on me, and my eyelids quickly felt heavier and heavier. I want to take a bath, but I'm so tired. That's that light from before. The light I had seen in the forest floated in front of me just as before. I didn't get a chance before, but thank you. As I faced the light to show my appreciation, it suddenly approached me. What's happening? Oh. The light that floated over me suddenly gleamed bright, causing me to shut my eyes in response. What was that a dream? I woke up, wet from the cold sweat I had developed. What even was that? Bathroom first. While I was troubled by the mystery of what happened, my body's sudden bathroom urge took priority. There should be a toilet next to the stairs, right? I rushed to where I explained there will be a washroom. Here it is. I reached a room with a metal plate that read toilet. I lightly knocked first, check for any occupants before heading in. Phew, my business finished. I made my way back to my room. It feels eerie being in a western mansion at night though. It feels like anything could happen. I thought to myself as I walked down the hallway dimly lit by moonlight. It's kinda scary. I had read novels where murders or ghosts would show up in a place like this. I turned around to check if there was anything creeping up behind me. Nothing there, but if I turn around again... Nothing back in front of me either. Okay, let's stop being dumb and head back. I'd really laughed to myself, but just then... Gah! Huh? I heard a spooky voice coming from somewhere. Get out of here! That sounds like a ghost. Feeling spooked out of my mind, I decided to return to my room. I quickly crept back to my room and got into bed, covering myself with two blankets to conceal myself. It's okay. Ghosts don't actually exist. I still have my breath. I heard the sound of the door slowly opening. Looking over, I saw the figure of a woman in the doorway. Manami? My apologies. It seems I woke you. Don't worry, I kinda fell asleep as soon as I lay down. A quick lie. I pulled myself up into a sitting position. I see, you must have been very tired. Manami looked at me, her eyes filled with worry. Under her gaze, I started to feel a little shy. I'm feeling more rested now. This is the first time I've slept in a bed as nice as this. Well, that's good. So yeah, do you need something? No, I was just checking to see if you are okay. Good night. Light streaming through the window roused me from my slumber. I look over at the clock on the wall, confirming that it was 6:40. Crap, I need to get dressed. Oh, yes? My voice cracked as I answer. Onigami, I have come to guide you to breakfast. It was the voice of the maid. Right, she came to get me. Please come in. Good morning. Oh, good morning. How was your rest? Really good, thanks. It was the first time I slept into a bed that this nice. I was completely asleep the whole night. My heart jumped a little as I answered her question, but I clad myself in as much normalcy as I could. The pillow I have at home does nothing but lay around. Get it? Cause it's a pillow? I tried cracking a joke, but as usual, no change. I am glad you slept well. I prepared your clothing for the day, so please change into that. You got it. I continued to stand at attention looking at me. Yes, I can't change with you here. My deepest apologies. I will wait for you out in the hall. Please call for me when you are finished. I'll do that. I then stepped out into the hall. She's a little strange, huh? I changed into the clothes she had prepared. Alright, let's go. Once I was done changing, I went out into the hall. Oh, I let out a strange sound, taken aback by the ground door of the dining room. Hey, what was that noise you made? Ryu called out to me, already seated. Oh hey there, I was just surprised, it felt like I walked into a high-class restaurant. You think? It seems normal to me. I've only ever had my meals on a coffee table. I'm starting to worry I don't have the table etiquette for this. A coffee table? Ryu looked puzzled, having never heard of a coffee table. It's a low table often placed in front of sofas. Kana explained to Ryu quietly from the seat next to her. Oh okay, I can't really picture it, but thanks Kana. Good morning, Kana. Good morning. As with yesterday, Kana offered little in the way of words and averted her eyes from me. Hey wait, you didn't say good morning to me. Why did Kana get one and not me? Oh sorry, good morning Ryu. Hey, good morning. Ryu smiled at me, not a hint of worry in the world. The brightness of her smile could dispel the darkness of any closed heart. Onigami, if I may, I will show you to your seat. Sorry, please do. I sat in the seat I showed me, putting me across from Ryu and a diagonal with Kana. Hello there, Oni. Ryu smiled and waved at me. I slipped a glance in Kana's direction. Kana's eye met mine and she quickly looked away. Crap, maybe I shouldn't look at her too much. Another greeting? How many times does that make? 3? Yep. What, is that too many for you? No, but I think it's the first time someone greeted me 3 times in a single sitting. That makes me the first then. Here, alright. Ryu flashed another carefree smile. Besides, there kinda seemed a deep in thought. Something up, honey? I quickly recounted. There were 4 seats at the table. Don't we need more seats? After the twins and I, there was only 1 seat left. What? Oh, no, we are good. Papa's well, you'll see. Ryu's sunny disposition darkened for a moment. What do you mean by that? Probably is in a wheelchair? My apologies for the wait. What the fuck? Is he alive? Manami had pushed a wheelchair into the dining room, and in it sat a masked man. Oni, that's Papa. Papa being Chichigami Shinosuke, right? I got up and moved over to Shinosuke to give thanks for his hospitality. I must apologize for being so late to greet you. My name is Onigami Onimaru. Thank you for allowing me to stay the night. I bowed deeply. I waited a response, but none came. I'm sorry, years ago Shinosuke was in a terrible accident, leaving his lower body paralyzed, his face torn apart, and his ability to speak completely gone. How horrible, I'm sorry for my rudeness. Don't worry about it, Tony. Come on, sit. Ryu is right, please sit down. I don't think he's like that. I think he's like almost dead and probably want to take out the essence of our character into him. To make him like young again, probably. At Ryu and Manami's prompting, I sat back down. Manami brought Shinosuke in front of the fireplace before sitting down next to me. Ah, that's not fair, Mama. I want to sit next to Oni. Ryu pouted, her puffed cheeks making her incredibly adorable. Well then, how about this? Starting next time, whoever arrives to breakfast first can sit next to Onigami. You're on. I'll be at your side this time, Onigami. I hope that is agreeable to you. Well, let's eat, shall we? I had not noticed that I had set out food for all of us. Let's eat. Thank you for the food. Yes, let us eat. I can't wait. I served the extravagant spread before me and gulped. A large ham and smoked salmon sat on an expensive-looking plate. Waiting behind them was a beautifully arranged plate of fruit of a variety of hues. There was also yogurt and soft-boiled eggs, and from a basket in the middle of the table wafted the delectable scent of fresh baked bread. It all looked so good. It also tastes good, you know. Sorry, I'll start eating. Yeah. Kinda look a little disgruntled as I broke off some bread and inserted it into my mouth. Kinda just bad with words, honey, but she's trying to talk with you. Ryu. What, am I wrong? Yes, no, haha. That was delicious. It seemed that the food was agreeable. Everything tasted so good. Normally I just get pre-made food from the store, so I'm happy to actually have good food. I'm glad that you enjoyed what we had to offer so much. It tasted so good, I felt like I had enough energy to last the entire day. Thank you for the meal. Kinda stood up and with slight glance in my direction exited the dining room. My lady, if I may. Yes, what is it? It seems I see. Onigami, please take your time. I will thank you. I followed as Manami pushed Shinosuke out of the dining room. I let out a breath and as I did my eyes met Ryu's, who was eating yogurt. You know, I made this yogurt herself. Good, right? Really? I didn't know you could even make yogurt at home. Right? In fact, she made the ham and the bread too. She can make anything. Ryu scooped more yogurt into her empty bowl and poured honey onto it. You look like you're really enjoying that yogurt, Ryu. Am I? This is normal, isn't it? I mean, it's so good. With a careless move, Ryu's ribbon dipped into the yogurt. Haha. Hey, don't laugh. Oh, I know. Ryu, may I speak with you? Manami returned to the dining room calling for Ryu. What is it, Mama? It's about our guest, Onigami. Can you please show him around? I was going to have Hai to do it, but it seems that I have obligations outside of the mansion. She will be accompanying me. I can do that. That sounds good to you, Oni? Oh yeah, of course. But Ryu, don't you have university class? The clock in the room read 7:40. It was around the time most people in university will head to lectures. Huh? What are you talking about? It's summer break. Ah, you are on break? Yep, so don't need to go to university. Then I'll appreciate the tour. But is it really okay if I keep imposing? Oh, do you have your own obligations? Oh no, but I'm more than grateful just for being saved. I don't mind getting out of your way and going home. If you have no obligations, why don't you stay another night then? In fact, it will be no problem at all if you stay as long as you like. Oh no, I couldn't. It's one more night really fine? Of course, I have so much more I would like to talk with you about. Oni, stay another night. I want to get to know you more. Ryu looked at me, her eyes glittering expectantly. Well, if you insist, I should inform Shinosuke. Do not worry, I will let Shinosuke know. Alright, well, I will be imposing on you once more. Hey, not at all. And please, take care of Ryu, I must be off. Okay. With a slight bow to me, Manami left the dining room. Alright, let's get going, Oni. Shouldn't we clean up first? It's fine, I will. I's not here. Well, the other mage will. Oh, they did quit, huh? Then let's clean it up ourselves. Let's do that. I can show you the kitchen too. And so Ryo and I piled up the dish and brought them into the kitchen. After loading all the dish from breakfast into the sink, I took another look at the kitchen. Whoa, it's like a restaurant kitchen in here. There's only 4 of us living here right now, but back in the day when we threw parties, there would be dozens of workers making food here. I look at the row of large pots and woks on a shelf, perhaps relics of those more extravagant times. They're really clean too, considering how you haven't been using them. I love the kitchenware was brilliantly polished, looking brand new. I cleans them every day. I've told her we can just put them in storage since we don't use them, but she insists. Huh? I grin a little at the thought of high emotionless polishing pots and pans. Huh? What's so funny? Oh, nothing. Is it okay to just leave the dish here? Yeah. Hai gets mad at me if I clean them. That's my job, my lady. Ryo forward, her brown, and did an impression of Ai. Honestly, it wasn't very accurate, but it was cute, so I let it pass. Come on. At least crack a grin. Ha, sorry. If you are so sorry, then you need to do an impression of I too, honey. Wait, what? I only just met her. There's no way I can do an impression of I. Besides, the reason I didn't react was because I was thinking you were so cute. I'm cute? Yeah, you're really cute. She blushed, of course. Then I guess I can forgive you. With that, Rio left the kitchen, skipping as she did. This is the parlor, but you already knew that, huh? Right, this is where I met all of you yesterday. Don't need to explain anything here then. There sure is a lot of expensive looking stuff here. First time I've seen a fireplace too. When I was a kid I asked how much all this stuff cost and mama told me it was some several hundred million yen. Several hundred million? My eyes stretched so wide I thought they would pop out of my skull. I'll be careful not to break anything. Don't worry, one time I was playing tag with Kana and we knocked it off a vase and completely shattered it, but mama didn't get mad at all. Well, yeah, you are her daughters. I was curious how expensive the vase they broke was, but I stopped myself too afraid to hear the answer. Ooh. This is huge. Rio brought me to the bathroom, which was a large-ass public bathhouse near my parents' place. This is the bath. Oh, but do you usually hit the bath at this time? Despite it being so early in the day, the bath clearly gave off steam, and dipping my hand into it, I could feel it was perfect temperature to bathe. Oh yeah, our bath gets its water from a hot spring, so it's like this all day. Wait, so this is a natural hot spring? Yep, which is why my skin is so soft. Truly the height of luxury. This storeroom, not much reason to come here though. A large collection of items set in here. Not absolutely true about, but nearly tucked into place. I assume I organize all this stuff? Yep, I usually the only one who comes around here. Top mama comes to look for stuff from time to time. Huh. It feels like this place could have all sorts of family heirlooms. On a wooden box on a shelf, I saw first year of Tensho and Oda writing in old brush strokes. Is this related to Oda Nobunaga or something? Oh yeah, I heard one of the previous heads was into collecting antiques or something, but I don't know too much about it. It might be worth donating to a museum. Really? I'll be more interested in some cool clothes or something instead. At her age, it was natural for her to be more interested in fashion. Are you into antiques, Sonny? A little. My last job involved dealing with old art pieces, and I know a bit of history here and there. Thought that company was so corrupt it ended bankrupt. Really? I'm bad at history, so you should teach me sometime. Rio looked at me with bright eyes full of hope. Sure, I'll teach you. Yay, thanks. It's a promise. After making a pinky promise with Rio, we move on to the next room. Hey, Oni, try opening this door. Rio called me over to a particular door. This one? I want to see your first impression. Come on, open it. Okay. Whoa. What the hell? Whoa, this is beautiful. Beyond the door were plants that stood tall beyond my own height, and through the room, flowers in all colors bloomed brightly and beautifully. This greenhouse was made for Kana. It's amazing, right? It really is. It's like a botanical garden in here. The greenhouse contained plants from around the globe, from those found only in the southern hemisphere to some flowers. This is a hibiscus, right? I was looking at a bunch of red and white flowers with some yellow ones. That is one, an Althea. Kana walked out from the deeper in the greenhouse. Oh, Kana, you were in here? Yes, I was reading on that bench over there. The red flowers are what are commonly referred to as hibiscus, but the white ones are known better as Altheas and the yellow ones as amabus. I thought they were all hibiscus, but I guess I was wrong. They are all part of the hibiscus genus, but there are over 5,000 species, so it's easy to mix them up. That many? You know a lot, Kana. I don't really. I knows more than I do. With a quick turn, Kana walked over to a white bench farther ahead and sat down. Did I say something wrong? No, she's just being shy. Alright, hey Kana. Rio walked over to Kana to converse about something. Kana waved a hand in front of her face. I wonder what they are talking about. Once she was done, Rio came back over to me. Hey Oni, so something came up, so Kana's taking over the tour, okay? Wait. Before I got the chance to protest, Rio had already zipped out of the greenhouse. Kana remained on the bench, her eyes cast downward. Feeling anxious, I made my way over to the bench Kana was sitting on. Hey there, Kana. Hello. So, I started to figure out what to say. Follow me, I'll show you around. Kana stood up and began to walk. I followed after her. Where did you take you? The dining room, kitchen, bathroom, parlor, and the storeroom and greenhouse, I think. I see, then please come this way. How many more things there is? Kinda opened the room across the greenhouse and went inside. A library? Oh, this is incredible. The cool, mellow scent of books hit my nostrils from the room I had just entered. Lined in front of me were dozens of bookshelves, each packed hand to hand with books. It's like a full-on library in here. There are about 10,000 books in all. 10,000? Don't tell me you've read all of them. No, I've only read about half. I like to read all of them, but a lot of them are in other language. See, they talk about books. Immediately sneeze. Over half is still quite a feat. The last book I read was an Edogawa Rampo novel back when I was a kid. If you're looking for Edogawa Rampo, we have all of his works on this shelf here. She pointed to a shelf full of Edogawa Rampo series. I'll give them a look when I get the chance. What I want to know right now is if you have any recommendations, Kana. I ask her, trying to continue our conversation in any way possible. My recommendation? Then over here. I follow Kana over to a shelf lined with illustrated reference books. Reference books? You like reference books, Kana? I pull one out and open it up to find a guide to various kinds of animals. Yes, I love all kinds of books, but I love reference books most of all. Why is that? Because they show the world outside. Unlike you, I've never been outside the mansion, so by reading these reference books I can see different plants, animals, even cosmic phenomena. It makes me feel like I know the outside world. Kinda expression seems slightly forlorn. I see, does that mean you don't have any interest in people from outside the mansion like me? Ask with a quiet bit of love. I'm not interested, I just don't know how to start. You could start by talking to me like you do Manami, Ryo or Hai. Okay, I'll try. Kana answered, her fingers busily flipping page in a reference book. I appreciate it. Overall with joy, I took Kana's hand in my own and shook it. Ah! Surprised, Kana dropped the book in her other hand. Oh, sorry. I picked up the dropped book and handed it back to Kana. Sorry about that, I was just so happy to hear you say that. I apologized for grabbing her hand, but Kana continued to look downward. That's okay, I'm okay. Kana returned the reference book to its place on the shelf and walked out of the library. I really messed up this time. I followed Kana out. Oh goodness, I thought you were going to leave me behind. Kana was waiting outside of the library. No, there's still one place I need to show you. I see, thanks for that. I followed Kana eye line to a set of stairs. Hey Kana, what are those stairs? Those go down to the basement. Oh, you guys have a basement? Yes, but you must never enter it. Kana stared at the stairs gravely. Why is that? A fearsome demon resides in the basement, so if you treasure your life, I suggest not going down there. Wait, a demon? Kana, what do you mean by that? Kana looked like she had more she wanted to say. But instead of explaining, she remained quiet, her eyes on the floor. Kana? That was a joke, huh? The basement is used for storage and contains a septic tank. It's also disorderly, so going down there is dangerous. She spun to face me as she spoke. That was a joke? Phew, you really had me. I was shocked that Kana will even tell a joke. I was expecting you to pull my leg like that. It was payback. Payback? Oh, a small bit of payback from Kana for shaking her hand earlier. You really had me going there. You're a great actor, Kana. Haha. It was the first time I had seen her smile. The moment I saw that smile, I felt something enter my body. Maybe it was some kind of aura Kana was giving, but I felt a chill run through my entire body. Next is here, follow me. Kana began walking away. This a study? This was my father's study, but he can't use it anymore, so I come here sometimes to read. Given that not a speck of dust inhabited this study, I could tell that it was being maintained despite having fallen out of use. It must have been a terrible accident. It happened when Rio and I were babies, so I have no memories of what he looked like or what his voice was like. So he was already wearing that mask by the time they had developed awareness. You haven't seen his face even once? No, there was one time Rio and I tried taking it off, but Mother scolded us severely for it. Interesting. Kana took a book off of a pile sitting on the desk and flipped through it, her face sad. She was probably trying to protect you. The result of the accident will have been too shocking when you were that young. I like to think so. Kinda placed the book she was holding back in its home on a shelf. I don't have anything else to say about this room. Let's move on. Let's do that. Here is the restroom. My room and Ryu's are here. This is mother and father's room. The rest of the rooms are empty. Kinda show me the layout of the second floor in quick succession. So the empty rooms aren't being used by anyone? Yes, they used to be used a long time ago, I think, but they are locked now and I don't have a reason to use them myself. I see. That must mean that the figure I saw last night was a dream. From the toilet, the room with the open door was second on the right. Given what had occurred, it surely was a dream. I've never had a dream that vivid though. Arnie, are you okay? You seem to be in a daze. Sorry. You were calling me? Sorry, I was a little worried, so I... Are you okay? And kinda picked up at me with her face down. I couldn't get let a girl like her get down. What? I'm completely fine, see? Thank you for worrying about me. Good, I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Kinda other strangely kind parts. She mumbled to herself, see me making some kind of note to herself. That ends the tour, Ronnie, so I'm going to my room. Kinda gave a slight bow and entered her room. It looks like I got her to open a little. Feeling relieved, I returned to my own room. Hey, Oni. As I was passing the twins' rooms, someone called for me. I turned around to see a door slightly open, with Ryu's head poking out. Need something? I totally need your help for something, Oni. Here, come inside. At Ryu's prompting, I entered a room. Here I am. Ryu's room was most simple in its decor, but hints of her femininity did show. Here, take a seat. Ryu directed me to one of two seats in front of a desk that she seemed to use for studying. Okay, so what kind of help did you need? I asked as I sat down. Okay, so the thing is, Ryu sat down next to me and smiled. Remember how you promised to help me study? Well, I'm really bad at history, so teach me. You want me to teach you history? I was tripped up by this sudden request. Yep, you are good at history, right? Did I say that? Ryu grinned. Well, anyway, teach me. Alright, well, history, right? What do you need help with? Yup, history, Ryu asked me to teach her about the European age of discovery in the 15th century. Isn't it hard to keep track of what happened, like who was that, Vasco da Gama? Yeah, him. I'm really bad at remembering all these names, like who is Lisbon? That's not a person but a city, specifically Portugal's capital, but yeah, there's a lot of ground to cover, so it's hard to keep it all straight. Right, which is why I was hoping you could teach me. Ryu pinched a pencil between her upper lip and nose as she spoke. Okay, but my area of expertise is the Asuchi Momoya period of Japan. My work mostly dealt with peace from that time period, so my grasp of Western history was not that great. Oh really? Well, that's fine too, so teach me. Are you sure? It has nothing to do with the age of discovery. Yeah, as long as you are teaching me on it, anything's fine. Alright, so let me start by asking, do you know the three most prominent lords of the Asuchi Momoya period? Of course I do. Oda Hideyoshi, Toyotomi Ieyasu, and Tokugawa Nobunaga, right? How did you misremember them like that? Wait, was I wrong? Okay, so... Right, don't worry about the details right now and focus on remembering the broad strokes. Okay, I get it now. I totally memorized the wrong stuff. She wrote down what I taught her in her notebook. I was the same way at first. There was so much stuff to remember that I didn't know where to start, so I ended up remembering nothing. I totally get it. You get so caught up trying to memorize stuff that nothing sticks. Right, so the first thing is to figure out a broad timeline of events and then fill in the details from there. Whoa, Oni, you are such a good teacher. I'm really getting it now. I hated history before, but it's getting kinda fun now. That's good. I tried to teach Ryu as simply as possible to get her brain slowly working up to full capacity. As a result, Ryu was learning a lot and was pleased with her own progress. Okay, I see. Nobunaga dies here, which is why Hideyoshi ends up becoming the leader after. Oh. Phew. I stumbled out of Ryu's room, feeling a little tired from trying to teach her. She still has a lot more to learn. Phew. Well, I should go talk to Manami first. Welcome back. What? I think I skipped too fast that. I greet my name and I was just returning in the entrance hall. Perfect timing, Onigami. I have something I would like to discuss with you if I may have a bit of your time. Something to discuss? Wait, was Rio actually right? Yes, oh. Manami studied my face, her own face deep in thought. Manami? Oh, my apologies. A smile formed on Manami's face. What was it you want to talk about again? Oh yes, let's move to the parlor so we may talk without standing around. Aye, if you will. Yes, misters, I will handle it. My body released the tissue holding it up and I sank into the sofa. What was that about? Due to some combination of relief and comfort from so my eyelids suddenly felt heavy and drifted off to sleep. Huh? Onigami, Onigami. Hearing the sound of my name, my eyes fluttered up to see a navy blue skirt in front of me. Turning my eye line upward to find the source of the voice, I saw a maid's uniform. Is that I? My apologies for disturbing your rest. I must inform you that it's time for supper. I got up and rubbed sleep from my eyes. In front of me, I spoke in a straightforward and emotionless manner, as she always did. So it looks like I drifted off. If I may, is your body alright? Oh, I'm fine, don't worry. How long was I out? You have slept for an hour and a half. That long? I stretched out my body and looked at the clock, confirming that it was 6:05. Is everyone waiting for me? Yes, that's correct. Crap, I need to get move on then. Let us go. So you don't even know what happened in there with Manami. You need to patch. I arrived at the dining room to find Chichigami woman already sitting, as I had said. Oh, is Shinosuke not showing us? Unlike this morning, Shinosuke's spot remained vacant. Shinosuke has orders from his dog to limit any extraneous movement. As such, he now takes his meals in his personal quarters. This morning was an exception for the purpose of introducing you. I see, sorry you're taxing him like that. Not at all. Please sit and do not let it concern you, Onigami. This time Manami and Ryu were sitting together. I'm here this time, please sit. Kana gestured me to sit my seat. Thanks, Kana, I hope you don't mind. I don't. Oh, Oni's late. What a bad boy, hee. Perhaps Oni was bored to sleep from a certain someone making him try to teach her. I didn't bore him, right, Oni? Yeah, the sofa just felt so comfortable that I fell right asleep is all. I laughed dryly as I lifted a glass of water to wet my dry throat. As I did, I served tonight's meal. That's right, there is still a bottle of vintage wine, isn't there? Go ahead and bring that out. Yes, mistress. Would you care for some wine tonight, Onigami? We pride ourselves on our collection of wines from all around the world. Oh, sure, I haven't had many chance to drink wine at all, so all I really know is the difference between red and white. Is that so? Then we can provide you with a wine that's easier to appreciate. I like that, thank you. Hey, it's been a while since I had someone to enjoy a glass with. Mama, can we eat already? I'm so hungry, I could eat a horse. Yes, let us eat. She shouldn't let the food grow any colder. Thank you for the meal. All of the food looked amazing, but what stood out in particular was the tagliata made from Hokkaido deer. The wine that Manami I recommend also went down extremely smoothly, and was easily the best wine I had had. The two of us quickly drained the bottle we shared. Mama, Oni studied with me today. That's wonderful, dear. He's a really good study partner. He taught me a whole lot about Japanese history. I feel so much smarter now. I hope you actually smarter and don't just feel smarter. Why can't you just let me have this, Kana? Now you two, don't fight. Kana, wouldn't you also like a study partner? Kana was suddenly caught off guard by the conversation turning this way and choked a little. Are you okay, Kana? I'm okay. I was just a little surprised. Having you as a study partner, Onigami, will be perfect, wouldn't it, girls? I think so. How about you, Kana? Ryu gestured with a little okay sign, using her right hand. I don't see any issue with that proposition. Kana answered, dabbing her mouth with a cloth. I've been thinking of ways to thank you for your hospitality, and if my limited knowledge will be of use to you, I'm more than happy to offer it. There was no way I could eat such lavish meals day after day without feeling somewhat in debt, and I will have to stay at least until the landslide damage was repaired. It will also ensure that I will have something to do to stave off any potential boredom. Wonderful, you can start tomorrow. But Mama, I hate having to study at certain times. Me too, I want him to teach me when I want to be taught. It's not like I'm trained or anything, so that might work out better for me. I see. Then how about this? During the course of your stay, you are, of course, free to do as you like and can teach the girls when requested? That sounds good to me. Can you stop talking about business already? Come on, Oni, tell us about yourself. Ryo asked, scooping her dessert of vanilla ice cream into her mouth. Ryu, don't speak with a spoon in your mouth. I'm sorry that you had to see that. Ryu potted as she set her spoon down on the table. Oh no, you don't want to hear about me. It's not very interesting. Nonsense. Kana and I don't get to meet a lot of people from outside the mansion, so we want to know more about you. It's true, I want to hear more about what's outside. Girls. Manami wore a complicated expression. Well, I'll tell you if you really want to hear. I told them about my upbringing and about my work, and we spent a fun, friendly dinner. Phew, I think I had a bit too much of wine. Due to Manami's invitation, I had partaken far more wine than I usually would and was feeling lightheaded. I sat myself onto a sofa and tried to set my thoughts in order. Had I not found this mansion, I would have stayed lost on the mountain. It was all thanks to that purple spirit that I was rescued by the Chichigamis. The Chichigami family, Manami, Ryu, and Kana. I just can't make sense of it all. As much as I tried to think, the wine wasn't letting me put anything together, and for a moment I just stared sideways at my bed. At the edge of my consciousness, I heard a knock at the door and sat up on the sofa. Come in. Upon hearing my answer, the door quietly opened to reveal I, the maid. My apologies for disturbing you. The bath had been prepared for you. Oh, is that time already? I had completely forgot that there was a same bathing time in the evening. Shall I show you the way to the bath? No, I got it. I'll be right there. Understood. I will take my leave. And just as quietly, I closed the door. Phew, alright, let's go. After taking a bath, I draped myself in the bathrobe that was set aside for me in the changing room and returned to my room. I had hesitated at first, but since I hadn't had many opportunities to wear a bathrobe, my curiosity got the better of me, and to its credit, I found it very comfortable. I sat down on a chair and poured myself a cup of water from the teapot on the table and drained it right into my stomach. The alcohol hadn't completely left my system, but after the bath I had regained a good degree of lucidity. I poured myself another cup and wetted my throat. Right, Manami mentioned she would come stop by. I stood up out of the chair, startled by the sudden knocking. Yes, come in. Pardon me. Entering my room were Manami and I at her side. Oh my, is something the matter? No, I'm just still reeling a little from the wine is all. My deepest apologies. It seems I got carried away with my fun and forced you to drink more than appropriate. Not at all. My mind is a lot clearer after the bath, and I've always been on the stronger side when it comes to holding my drink. Hey, I see. Hey, by the by, you are cutting quite the dashing figure. How do you mean? The bathrobe that you are wearing, does it suit your fancy? Yeah, it's the first time I've worn one, and it's so comfortable that I'm not sure I'll be able to switch to pajamas before bed. Hey, isn't that nice? And with that, Manami exited the room with I giving a short bow before following after. After the door closed, I went complete slack onto my bed as if the string holding me up had snapped. Day 1. You couldn't even see. It's that light again, except there is 7 of them, and they are all different colors. In front of me floated 7 color lights. They swirl around me as if trying to tell me something. What is it? What are you trying to say? Probably souls? After spinning around me countless times, the light slowly faded away. What was that? I was awoken by my phone alarm ringing on the nightstand nearby. I reached out to check my phone and found out that it was 6:40 in the morning. As always, the no signal symbol stared at me, and I turned off my phone to consult what battery it had. Time to get up. I got out of bed and washed my face in the wash basin in the room before using the toothbrush provided to also brush my teeth. I then went to the closet and got out of the clothes also provided for me and put on a fresh shirt. As I had instructed, I deposited the bathrobe and I had worn to bed into the white basket in the room. Time to go. Seeing as breakfast was soon to take place, I made my way to the dining room. Oh, to my surprise, I was the first to arrive and had my pick of sitting. Good morning. I was greeted from behind and turned around to find Kana. Good morning, Kana. kinda circled around me and sat down first. Are you going to sit? Yeah, I was just wondering which seat to take. I see, if you want to decide, then sit here next to me. Seeing no reason to refuse, I sat down next to Kana. From there, a silence fell over the dining room. Kana doesn't seem that interested in talking with me. Perhaps seeing how I was puzzling over what to say, Kana spoke first. Do you want something to drink? Kana gestured to the line of teapots and glass pitchers filled with juice in front of us. I think I'll have some orange juice. Alright, one moment then. I'll get it for you. Kana reached over and poured me a glass of orange juice. Thanks. What would you like to drink, Kana? I'll get it for you too. I'm having orange juice too, so you don't need to. Okay. Silence fell once more, but this time I had to resolve myself to ask if she would like to study together today. So about tonight. Oh? The glass kinda was slowly fell over, spilling orange juice over the table. Sorry, let me find something to wipe that up. But before I could act, ice and jumped into my vision from across the table, and in a flash, the spill was completely cleaned up. I was completely taken aback by the ninja-like speed with which I had acted, but Kana remained unfazed, waiting for I to finish cleaning. Miss Kana, are your clothes alright? Yes, they are fine, thanks. Then I will set up breakfast with due haste. With that, I quietly disappeared into the kitchen. Sorry for that, I must have startled you. No, it's my fault for losing my grip. And about tonight, yes, I would like to study with you. I began to talk with Kana about tonight. I haven't really studied with anyone other than my mother before, so I'm excited. Kana hastily bowed her head. She was just adorable when she acted like that, and I'll do my best to teach you. I showed her a smile, doing my best to assuage her anxiety. Kana said, deep and low in response, her hand still clutching her cup. Morning, honey, you already sitting next to Kana? You once sat next to me once. Ryu bonded into the dining room with an energetic greeting. Mother said whoever was first could sit next to Oni, and I was first. Fine. Good morning. Oh, I see Onigami is sitting next to Kana today as well. With Manami completing our number, breakfast got underway. Phew, after breakfast I returned to the sofa in my room to go over what I was to do over the coming week. For the most part I will have free roam in the morning and afternoon. During that time I could study with Ryu and Kana upon request. That was my agreement with Manami, and that was the gist of what I had to do. Oh, alright, let's get to it. I stepped out of my room into the rest of Maison Chichigami. Oh shit, what the hell? What the hell, you can move throughout the house? Huh. I went to study thinking that someone will be there. Guess no one's here. I picked up a book that'd been left on the table and flipped through it. But I didn't find the book to be particularly interested, so I put back like I found. Phew, guess I'll get going. Oh, okay. You have like time. So events with this mark will pass time. Upon entering the greenhouse, I was greeted by sudden humidity and a large variety of plants. This really is amazing. Oh, I wonder what this flower is. Beside the flower, there was a stand planted in the ground explaining what it was. It says here that it's a Chinese bellflower. Campanulaceae platycodon, also called Chinese bellflower or balloon flower. Kinda emerged from deeper in the greenhouse. Oh, Kinda, I didn't know you were in here. I usually spend my free time either here or in the library. Is this the first time you've seen a Chinese bellflower? I knew the name, but I've never seen one before. I think it's one of the 7 autumn flowers, right? That's right. The other 6 are bush clover, miscanthus, kudzu, large pink, yellow flower, valerian, and boneset. Kinda crouched down and lightly felt the petals of the bellflower. Whoa, you have them all memorized? It's not anything special. I just learned it because I like flowers, that's all. I don't think just anybody will do that. A short silence followed before Kana answered. Do you have a favorite flower? A favorite flower? Maybe it's too typical of Japanese person, but I'll have to say cherry blossoms. Kana sat down on a nearby white bench. I joined her on the bench though. I left a little distance between us. I like cherry blossoms too. There's a place in the mountains where a lot of cherry trees grow. I bet it's beautiful there in spring. Yes, it's very beautiful. Well, I don't think she's too guarded with me. I want to study. Can you teach me? Oh, sure. I'll try to teach you as best as I can. Thank you. Then let's go to my room. And with that, we went to Kana's room, where we studied until lunch. It's called this these animations like sideways or in front, like with the maid, things like that. It's pretty hot in here. I wasn't sure if it was because the walls of the greenhouse were all glass making sunlight come directly into the room, but the temperature in here was inevitably hotter. Due to the heat, sweat started to collect on my forehead. Still, it's amazing that they built a greenhouse inside of the mansion. They really are rich. I had grown up in a normal house, so the concept of having a greenhouse inside of one's house was completely foreign to me. Flowers of all sorts of colors were in full bloom. Even someone unfamiliar with plants could tell they are being grown well. Guess I'll head out. There wasn't anything for me to do in the greenhouse when no one was there, so I decided to leave. She vacuumed. As I was passing the dining room, I spotted vacuuming the room. Now that I think about it, I've never seen a maid uniform outside of a TV show before. I stared at Ty deep in thought. Onigami, is there something you require of me? I had noticed my presence and switched off the vacuum to talk to me. No, I just saw you in the dining room and I was passing by. Is that so? Do you really handle cleaning this entire mansion? Of course, that is my duty after all. Every day? Yes. I replies were short and succinct. But certainly one person could maintain this whole building. What exactly does your job entail, My job? Well, cleaning, laundry, cooking, some other miscellaneous tasks. Why? Is there something unsatisfactory about my work? Oh, no, no. I just was thinking it's a lot of work for one person, isn't it? That has never occurred to me even once. She gave me a matter-of-fact reply. Shall I give you a hand? That's not necessary, Onigami. You must have other tasks to attend to. She turned down my offer without hesitation. If that is all, I must get back to work. Yeah, didn't mean to bother you. Excuse me. Lifting the vacuum cleaner, I exited the dining room. It looks like it will take more time for I to open up to me. It's 10 o'clock. After dinner, I took a bath, turned to my room, and collapsed onto my bed. I lay down on the bed and then became extremely drowsy and fell asleep. Day 2. Of course, again, for sure there will be, more content there, but it skips because you need the patch. A white light, just like the last night, it floated around me in front of me. All that was different from previous night was that there was only one of them. The white light floated around my body. What on earth? Just what are these things trying to do? The white light floated around for a few seconds, then it came towards me like it was being sucked inside of me. Hey, what the hell? The alarm on my phone that I left on the side of bed started blaring and woke me up. I leaped out of bed. First thing I did was feel my body, but it didn't seem like anything was different. Just what was that light? After I caught my breath, I fell back onto the bed. I thought back to what had happened last night. Suddenly there was a knock at my door. Come in. Good morning. Good morning, hi. I quietly entered the room. Breakfast is ready. Please make your way to the dining room. Got it. Having said that, she quietly left the room. I also left the room and headed to the dining room. When I arrived at the dining room, Rio was already there. She waved at me to come sit next to her. I finally get to sit next to you. Ha, I'll be able to sit next to any of you, you know. Good morning, hey, I'm glad to see that you two are getting along. Manami was teasing me. I guess she might have caught on from how close Rio and I were. All of us sat down in our seats as I entered the dining room, pushing a cart laden with food. Now then, let's eat. Let's eat. And so we ate our meal. Oh, we have a lot. I went to the pub, but no one was there. I decided to sit down on the sofa and take a breather for the time being. Still, this is a really comfy sofa. I felt like I was going to start falling asleep if I kept sitting on the sofa, so I quickly got up. Guess I should get going. Kitchen or Kana? Let's go to the kitchen. When I walked by the kitchen, a very appetizing smell reached my nose. Lured in by the smell, I entered the kitchen. Inside, I was standing at the stove. It seemed the aroma was coming from the pot on the stove. I was keeping an eye on the pot while placing chunks of meat into the frying pan next to it. The meat sizzled as it cooked, letting off another appetizing smell. Is it noon or midnight? Must be noon. I had to Chinosuke room, but it's not like I came here because I had some business with him. Needless to say, even if I talked to Chinosuke, he lost his hearing. I didn't think we could communicate with each other. If things go well, I might be able to see his face beneath the mask. Though I felt bad that was the only thing that caught my interest. I placed my hand on the doorknob and turned it. Huh? The door was locked. I couldn't imagine that it was locked from the inside. That means that someone will have had to lock it from the outside? Maybe Manami? I wonder if she didn't want Shinosuke to be seen. Well, I shouldn't dig too deeply into it. I then left. Interesting. When I entered the parlor, I saw Manami swapping out the painting hangings on the wall. Manami. It looked like my calling out to her surprise, sir. She stumbled a bit. Ah! I early placed my hands on Manami's waist and shouldered to support her. I'm sorry, I was startled when you called out to me. No, I'm the one who should apologize. Onigami. It looked like Manami noticed I was supporting her. She started to become slightly embarrassed. Sorry, I'll swap the paintings for you. I grabbed the frame painting that Manami was holding and hung it on the pin stuck in the wall. Thank you, you really helped me out. Manami bowed deeply. Hanging a frame painting is harder than you think, isn't it? Oh, you are sweating. I'm fine. By the way, I was surprised that you do this sort of thing too. This sort of thing? Do you mean swapping out paintings? Yes, I thought it would be Hai's job to do something like this. Hai usually does it. It just so happened that when I entered the room, I thought that the painting didn't match the mood of the space, so I decided to swap it out. Still, these are pretty big paintings. Wouldn't that be difficult to do, Tom? These are pretty big paintings. It was so high up that even if I stuck out my hand, there was a bit of room left to reach the painting. It was enough that Manami might just barely be able to reach it. That may be so, but I couldn't just stand here and do nothing. Manami's cheeks were slightly red as she responded to me. It was cute. Please call me next time. Call you? Got it. I used to do stuff like this at my old workplace, so I'm used to it. I'll be swapping paintings quite often for events like galleries for famous painters. But you are our guest. It won't do if you were to injure yourself. You don't swap paintings that often, right? That's true, but then just let me know when they need swapping. I won't want you to get hurt either. Thank you. Then I suppose I'll ask you for help next time. Leave it to me. I'm actually pretty strong. I flexed my muscles. Yeah, that's true. You have some very wonderful muscles. That's right. Could I offer you some tea as thanks for your help? Manami picked up the bell laying on the table and rang it. Hai came into the room shortly after. You call, ma'am? Please prepare some drinks for the two of us. Understood. With those words, I fell silent again and left the room. It's not a situation where I could refuse it, is it? So I guess I'll take you up on your offer. We spent a nice time together, so we sipped the drinks that Hai brought us. 7. Just like the dinner on my first day here, the dinner on second day was all luxurious foods. Out of all of it, what really caught my eye was the bowl of hill over rice. The smell of it whetted my appetite. It was the first thing I ate. There's plenty more where that came from, so please let us know if you like more. Thank you. I looked at Manami. She gracefully scooped up some of the hill and rice with a spoon and brought it to her mouth. It somehow felt like it had transformed into an elegant French dish. Whoa, going to eat the hill over rice first, huh? You must really want to give yourself some energy. Ryu started to tease me from where she sat beside me. You say that, but you already eaten all of yours too, Ryu. Kinda shot back at Ryu as she put dressing on her salad. I can't help it. It's yummy, right, Tony? Yeah, I don't often get the chance to eat eel, so I went for it first. Hey, why don't you try some too, kinda? It's really good. Being told that, kinda used a spoon to sample some of the hill over rice, just like Manami had. You're right, it's really good, Thank you. I smiled at Kana as she poured wine into Manami's glass. I couldn't help but captivated by her very gentle smile. Is something wrong? Her expression returned to normal as soon as our eyes met, like she'll never smile at all. I was thinking you look really pretty when you smile. I see, thank you. Hey, whoa, you can't say stuff like that to I too. and then it in its words in there it's like it's a bugged. Rios nudged me with her elbow while eating the salad beside the hill. Ryu, don't talk with your mouth full. My name is called Ryu. Fine. Go on, Onigami, please have some more. And so the meal ended peacefully. I took a look at the clock and saw how late it was. I should probably go to sleep soon. Oh, and it bugs. There's a bug because you cannot skip the error skip effect. No, there's a bug. You need the patch to be able to do this part because it looks like it needs a skip or you like if you have the patch. There's something that will happen in here, and the sensor version has a bug because it needs that thing to happen in here. So cannot progress more than this. So it's like if you like visual novels and you play Kagura games, games that are published by Kagura Games, this one you're gonna have a good time because then there is this part of moving through the house or the mansion. It looks like there is a basement. You're gonna be able to go to the basement eventually. So yeah, of course. There is some content that is skipped because you need the patch, like any game published by Kagura Games. You need always the patch to get the full content. And in certain games, when you get the game only on Steam and you don't apply the patch, sometimes it gives these errors. I don't know if they patch the game or not, but sometimes it's like, you know, you need the uncensored patch to be able to pass this, unfortunately. I don't know why it looks like it's like you cannot skip what's going to happen in your room, and you need the uncensored patch to be able to do it. So it is what it is. So hope you guys enjoy here gameplay of how it is. Mansion. It's not mansion. It's Maison of Chichigami. It's a weird name to say it. Does it say down here? Maison Chichigami. There we go. Maison Chichigami. It's a weird way to pronounce mansion, right? You can buy it on Steam. It's already available. And then again, if you play other games from Kagura Games, you already know that if you want to get the full content, you need to go to their website and get the uncensored patch, apply it, and you get the full content for the game. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.